Last week we was shocked by the flash flood in Kuala Lumpur. Flash flood in Kuala Lumpur that caused a lot of destruction, and unless drastic action is taken, more damage can be expected in the future, says Tan Sri Lantiu. The former Kuala Lumpur City Hall Advisory Board member points out the recent heavy downpour in the Klang Valley had caused a major flash flood. He said to avoid more damage, the authorities must clamp down hard on irresponsible constructor and builder who pays keen attention to protection of the environment and the street and the drainage act. One of primary causes of flash floods is due to clogged drains around building construction sites and the poor drainage system in general. The street straps built at the project sites are very poorly maintained, and as a result, sediment and debris from the construction sites end up clogging the drains.
Thank you, Aiman from National News. Now with me, Wahida, for International News. In Singapore, Cybersecurity Agency of Singapore CSA had released the news on Friday, 16 November. The United States and Singapore will collaborate on a cybersecurity program for ASEAN member states. Both countries signed a declaration of intent on Friday for the Singapore-US Cybersecurity Technical Assistance Program for ASEAN member states. CSA said it aims to further partnerships in regional cybersecurity capacity building. The signing of the declaration between CSA and the U.S. Department of State took place as part of U.S. Vice President Mike Pence's visit to Singapore in conjunction with the 33rd ASEAN Summit. Under the program, 3 cybersecurity training workshops are expected to be held annually on various aspects of technical cybersecurity. The workshops will take place in Singapore and selected regional venues in partnership with other ASEAN partners. CSA Chief Executive David Koh also said this new partnership, which will see the active involvement of local and international cyber industry players, will help to enrich the program content and strengthen regional cyber security capacity, and the program extends the work of the Singapore-US 30-country training program workshop on cybersecurity. It also builds on the ongoing collaboration under a cybersecurity cooperation agreement signed between Singapore and the US in August 2016. I'm Wahida reporting for International News. For the next, I will be reporting on sport news. Thank you.
Thank you, Wahida Umaira from International News. Be with me in Sport News. It was a nervous affair for Malaysia as they were made to wait till the last stage of the game to see their second victory of the AFF Suzuki Cup Group A match on Monday. In their first group home match, Tan Cheng Ho's side delighted the 12,000 crowd with a 3-1 win, even though the team were made to sweat by the compact and resolute Laotian side led by Wee Sundramoorthy. Laos drew first blood in the 6th minute when Pitakong Matila thumped in the free kick past a helpless Malaysian goalkeeper Khairul Fahmi Cik Mat. The goal certainly woke Malaysia up from their slumber as Harimau Malaya paled on the pressure with some slick pass and surprising plays. In the second half, Malaysia upped the ante but were guilty of missing several good chances. Laotian goalkeeper Saimonalim Prasut was also impressive as he fouled several attempts in that half. In the 18th minute, Nosharul Idlan Talaha proved to be the hero for Malaysia after he bundled in the ball to score Malaysia's second goal. In the 90th minute, the veteran forward capped his glorious night by scoring his second goal to give Malaysia a win 3-1. Malaysia won its first game when Nur Shahrul's solitary goal edged Cambodia in last week's Group A match at the Olympic Stadium in Phnom Penh. Harimau Malaya will next face favourite Vietnam in Hanoi on November 16.
Breaking news. Fans around the world are mourning the loss of star Stan Lee, the legendary co-founder of Marvel Comics, who passed away 4 days ago at age 95. Stan Lee, or Stanley Martin Lieber, was born on December 28, 1922 in Manhattan, New York City. He was an American comic book writer, editor, and publisher who was active from the 1940s to the 2010s. He rose through the ranks of a family-run business to become Marvel Comics' primary creative leader for 2 decades, from a small division of a publishing house to a multimedia corporation that dominated the comics industry. He co-created numerous popular fictional characters including superhero, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Black Panther, and many more. He continued independent creative ventures into his 90s until his death in 2018. Stanley died at the age of 95 at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles, California on November 12, 2018 after being rushed there in a medical emergency earlier in a day. They say Lee had been battling pneumonia and in February was rushed to the hospital for worsening condition at around the same time. Grieving the loss of Stanley, one of the actors of Marvel Avengers, Chris Evans, was among the celebrities who quickly reacted to the news. He said, "There will never be another Stanley. For decades, he provided both young and old with adventure, comfort, confidence, inspiration, friendship, and joy. He exuded love and kindness and will leave an indelible symbol on so many lives."
Thank you for listening for the entertainment news. I am Ainadia will be reporting for the trending news. Today we are going to Kuala Nerus, Terengganu. Due to its unique kitchen by the beach concept of Dapur Patah Uptown Container, Tok Jemal in Kuala Terengganu. Dapur Patah is the way Dapur Pantai or beach kitchen is pronounced in the local lingo. The cluster of eateries overlooking a lagoon in the South China Sea are made of recycled 6 x 12 meters of shipping containers. They were created by Afandi Hamzah, a 41-year-old entrepreneur from Shah Alam, Selangor, who gave up his software designer's job of 15 years to start his business venture 3 years ago. Afandi said that he was struck by the idea of using these used shipping containers during a visit to Christchurch, New Zealand 7 years ago. Then he developed more ideas when he stumbled a cluster of eateries model after the Siamese influence one at Wakaf Cik Ye in Kelantan. The Titans provide the decor, furniture, and kitchen facilities themselves. In 2015, Afandi said that he invests 1 million ringgit in 1.6 hectare plot at Tok Jembal Beach close to Sultan Mahmud Airport in Kong Badak and shipped in the first container.
There were 18 bistros and cafes offering local and western seafood dishes and barbecue. There is a wave breaker at the lagoon, which makes it ideal for snorkeling, kayaking, and other beach sports.
Afandi was looking for joint venture partners to develop this area to become like Jumeirah Beach Resort like in Dubai. Afandi said he also want to have backpacker chalets, street baskets, and other fun-filled activities here in the future. So that's all for me now. I am Ainadia reporting for What's Trending Today, giving back to the studio.